Imagine a world where one small act of kindness can change everything. A world where even a billionaire, known for his wealth and power, can be moved to tears by a child's pure heart. Today I'm going to tell you a story that might seem too unbelievable to be true. It's about a rich man, his struggling son, and a homeless girl who shows us that love can heal even the deepest hurts. Hello, friends. Welcome to our channel where we bring you stories that warm your heart and make you think. I promise you, what you're about to hear can change the way you see life. So sit back, relax, and let your heart open up to this amazing tale of hope, courage, and love. Let me introduce you to our main characters. First, meet Mr. William Carter, a billionaire who has built a vast empire, yet his eyes hide a story of sorrow. Despite his success, he has always carried a secret pain deep in his heart. Next is his young son, Evan. Evan was born with a condition that makes walking very hard. Even the best doctors and the most advanced machines could only help him so much. Evan spends his days dreaming of the playground, the feel of grass on his feet, and the joy of running free. Now you might wonder, how does a story about money and success connect with everyday struggles? Here's where destiny plays its part. On a beautiful sunny day, Mr. Carter attended a charity event in a local park. This event was meant to bring hope and smiles to everyone, but nobody expected the moment that would soon take place. Amid the crowd was a small, brave girl named Lily. Lily did not have a home or fancy clothes. Instead, she wore simple, worn-out garments and carried a backpack with all she owned. But what she lacked in wealth, she made up for with a big, kind heart. Even at her age, she knew how to make others smile. And that day, her smile was about to light up a family's world. While Mr. Carter had planned to be there only for the event, his eyes kept wandering toward his son Evan, who sat quietly under a tree. Evan's little legs often trembled with the effort it took to stand, and his eyes showed a mix of hope and sadness. Most people at the event saw a rich man's son and assumed he had everything he would ever need. No one knew the struggle he faced every day just to walk. As the day moved on, something unexpected happened. Lily, who was quietly watching from a distance, noticed Evan's difficulty. With a courage that surprised everyone, she slowly walked over to him. Imagine a tiny girl, rarely noticed by others, stepping forward when most would not even give a second glance. Lily knelt beside Evan and said in a gentle, confident voice, "Hey, don't worry. I know you can do this. Let's try together." Her tone was playful, yet full of care, like when you gently encourage a friend during a game. Evan looked up, his eyes wide with surprise and a tiny spark of hope. It was as if Lily's words carried magic. At first, Mr. Carter was shocked. He had always hired expensive therapists and used rare equipment for his son's physical exercises. But here was Lily, a homeless girl with nothing but a kind heart, offering help free of charge. With every smile and every word, she made Evan feel brave enough to try taking one more step. She took his hand and with a little wooden stick she found nearby, gently helped him stand. Now let's talk for a moment about how our bodies learn to move. Doctors tell us that the simplest exercises, like holding hands and taking small steps, can help build muscle strength. It's like learning to ride a bicycle. First, you need someone to hold on to until you can balance on your own. Lily became that gentle support for Evan. She taught him that every small step makes the road a little easier. During their time together, as Lily encouraged him, Evan's eyes filled with joy. He began to say, "I can do this." And the more he tried, the more his smile grew. The crowd around them started to whisper in amazement. Even Mr. Carter, who had always been a serious man, felt the weight of his heart lifting. Tears welled up in his eyes as he saw his son trying so hard, and he understood something very important. Love is not measured by money, but by warmth, care, and the willingness to help. Here's a funny moment. When Evan wobbled and nearly lost his balance, Lily giggled and lightly teased, "Whoa there, Captain. Let's keep your ship steady." That playful banter made everyone laugh and reminded us that even in moments of struggle, humor can be the light that makes everything seem a little bit brighter. As they continued, Lily helped Evan take several small, careful steps. The simple act of walking together turned into a mini celebration of hope and healing. Even the sun seemed to shine a bit brighter on that day, as if congratulating them for their brave effort. Now you might ask, why did this moment move Mr. Carter to tears? There is a deep, painful secret hidden behind his wealth. You see, many years ago, Mr. Carter lost someone very dear to him, his first daughter. She, too, had struggled with a problem that made walking difficult. In his heart, he had always hoped to see her run freely in a sunny park. But fate had been unkind, and her loss left him with a silent sorrow that he carried all his life. Mr. Carter built his wealth and his business empire, perhaps thinking that success could fill the emptiness inside him. For a long while, he believed that money could buy happiness. Yet every time he looked at his son Evan, he was reminded of the daughter he had lost. That secret sorrow made him distant and hardened his heart over the years. But on that fateful day, as Lily helped Evan move one small step at a time, Mr. Carter felt something he had long forgotten. He saw in Lily a mirror of the gentle kindness his daughter had shown when she was alive. It was as if a part of her had returned to him in the form of this brave little girl. In that moment, Mr. Carter realized that the beauty of life lies not in the weight of gold, but in the strength of our emotions and the tenderness of our actions. During a quiet moment later that day, Mr. Carter gathered a few close friends and even some of the event volunteers. With a shaky voice, he told them, "I have spent many years trying to fill an empty space with wealth, but I now know that no amount of money can replace the love I lost. Today I saw that little act of kindness, and it reminded me of my dear daughter. I want to honor her by ensuring that every child who struggles gets the help they need." He decided right there and then to set up a foundation called Heart Steps, a place that would use money to give free help and care to children who, like his daughter and son, needed a little extra support to walk, play, and dream. This decision, fueled by the heartfelt courage of Lily, transformed Mr. Carter from a cold businessman to a caring father and kind benefactor. As the day came to an end, it was clear that nothing would ever be the same. The entire community was buzzing with hope. People started to realize that even the simplest acts, a kind word, a helping hand, or a small wooden stick shared in honest care, could touch lives in ways that medicine or money never could. Let me share a personal thought. I believe that when we see someone like Lily step forward, we are reminded that every one of us has the power to make a choice, to choose kindness over indifference. And sometimes that single choice can change the whole world. It's like planting a tiny seed that can grow into a giant, beautiful tree. Just imagine if everyone made that choice every day. Before we wrap up, I want to talk a little bit about the science behind what happened. You might be surprised to know that simple movements like holding a hand and taking a step can help rebuild muscle strength. Doctors call this assisted ambulation, a fancy term that means helping someone learn to walk by taking small, careful steps together. It sounds very technical, but in its simplest form, it's about trust, encouragement, and a little bit of fun. The story of Lily and Evan shows us that sometimes what is needed most is not a high-tech gadget or another expensive therapy session, but instead our heart's ability to care for another. It reminds us that technology and modern medicine are important, but they work best when combined with compassion. And honestly, no machine can ever replace a gentle smile, a warm hand, or a burst of laughter when you almost trip and someone teases you with a kind joke. This mix of science and heart is what makes stories like this unforgettable. It tells us that every day we have the chance to be little heroes in someone else's story, even if it's just for a moment. As we come to the end of our story, I want you to take a moment and think about how one small act of love can change a life. Today we saw that even a billionaire, burdened by loss and hardened by life, can be moved to tears and transformed by the pure kindness of a homeless girl who believed that every child deserves a chance to stand tall. Now, if you enjoyed the story as much as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more real-life stories that fill your heart with hope. Check out the video on your screen now. We've got more inspiring tales waiting for you. Share this video with someone who needs a little spark of optimism today, and remember, every step we take together makes the world a kinder place. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Keep spreading your light, keep embracing kindness, and always remember that even the smallest act of love can change the world. Until next time, take care and keep stepping forward with your heart.